What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 8 of our Pokemon Z walkthrough. In the previous video, we arrived in Santaloon City where we found out that the third Regent leader had actually passed away in an explosion. We met the temporary Regent leader and asked him for a battle, but he first had a little side quest for us. He asked for us to go and find the books and research from the late Regent leader, and apparently they're in a power plant to the south here in Storm Hill. So we're gonna try and find those books today. There are loads of interesting cool Pokemon that you can find here in the Storm Hill area as well as in the power plant. You can find Electivire outside and Magmar inside, as well as a brand new regional form for Porygon. So that is today's mission. We're going to try and find those books and return them to the temporary Regent leader, and then hopefully he'll take us on for a battle and we'll be able to get that third gym badge. Our very first encounter in the power plant is the new regional form Porygon. So we weaken it and throw out a great ball. I'm hoping we can catch it, and yes, we have. So we may actually include this to our team. It's a normal and electric type, so that will be pretty interesting. I think we're going to send out Machoke and add Porygon to our party. We'll see how it fares. And there are a bunch of other cool Pokemon floating around here, as well as some cool items and TMs to pick up. You will also battle 1 or 2 trainers along your route. We just found a ladder going downstairs and a firestone. We have one more item to pick up, which is a charcoal, and then we're going to head down the ladder. I am hoping the late Regent leader's books are not too difficult to find. We go down the ladder and we've reached a brand new area. You can either head east and break a couple rocks, or there is a room to the west that we've just entered. And as we enter, we find a character who is already looking for the books. It looks like he's got them already, and he looks really cool. It's this android guy. His name is F3. I'm not sure if he's a good guy or a villain just yet, but whilst chatting to him, he seems like he is a good guy. Hopefully he will agree to give us the books and we can return them to the temporary Regent leader. We talk to him and find out a bit more about him, and he looks like he's pretty peaceful. He doesn't want to hurt anyone or hurt any Pokemon. But whilst chatting to him, he all of a sudden runs off. So we might have to go and follow him and take him on for a battle to try and get those books from him. If we explain to him why we need the late Regent leader's research, I'm sure he will understand, because the professor also needs the books to try and help him uncover the research. So it looks like we're going to try and head back out and see if we can catch up to F3, the little robot android. But first we're going to break the other rock and collect the other item. There is a thunderstone to pick up and you can go downstairs. So I wasn't expecting this. It looks like we've arrived in the catacombs, and these are the same ones that we found in the beginning of the game. If you guys can remember, I think in the first or second episode, we reached a gate and we needed to pull a second lever in order to open the gates. We have found the second lever and opened the gate, so you can go all the way through. That's a cool little shortcut now. So if you go through, you'll actually come out back where we started, near that vineyard with all the grapes. So very cool. Now that we've explored the entire area downstairs, we can go back out. And I'm hoping we will be able to find F3 and he hasn't gotten too far ahead. As we exit, it looks like he is outside and trying to run off. F3 tells us that he's heading back to the academy anyway, so we may as well follow him and then we can arrive at the temporary Regent leader's office together. I'm hoping he will agree to battle us still. He will get the books anyway after all. But as we enter his office, it looks like there's a Team Azoth grunt here, and F3 has been caught. It looks like he has been trapped by a web, by a Galvantula, and we find out that Wolfram is actually working with Team Azoth. So we're going to battle him. I'm hoping if we defeat him, we will get the Regent badge, but I'm not sure if he's actually the Regent leader now. But the first Pokemon he sent out was Ariados. He's only got 3 Pokemon luckily. And the second one he has sent out is Araquanid, which is the water and bug type. So we sent out our Pikachu to keep the type advantage. And now Wolfram's final Pokemon is going to be Galvantula. So we're going to swap in our Marowak, who is a steel and rock type. Hopefully we can cause a bit of damage. Unfortunately, Marowak got KO'd, but we still have a few Pokemon left. We sent out our Braixen and we just one-shotted Galvantula. And our brand new Porygon has just evolved into Porygon 2, so that was really fast. I'm hoping Porygon 2 will be quite strong and help our team progress through the game. After defeating Wolfram, the Professor and F3 come and chat to Wolfram. They can't believe that he's actually working for Team Azoth. But before we can send him to get arrested by the sheriffs, he just disappears. So it looks like we might have to battle him again later on. F3 tells us that he's probably going to be the new Regent leader now. So we're probably going to have to take him on for a battle, which is quite exciting. F3 tells us that he's going to head over to the battle arena, and the Professor tells us that she's going to head on to the next town. So next thing, I'm guessing we have to head over to the battle arena, face F3, and hopefully get the 3rd gym badge. We enter the battle arena and it looks like there is another puzzle ahead. There are 3 different color switches and 3 electrical fields. So you have to try and step and activate the switches in the correct order. But there are also these little Rotom statues, and I believe there are 2 in here. And there's an option to make the battle even more difficult. So I did choose to make the battle more difficult twice, which probably wasn't a good idea because the battle was super tough. It took me a few attempts to actually defeat F3. So unless you are an advanced player, I recommend you don't make the battles more difficult. If you do make them more difficult, you will get an additional prize, but the battle is really tough if you make it twice as difficult. So just be cautious when doing that. It did take me, I think, 3 or 4 attempts to beat F3 on the hardest difficulty, but it was a lot of fun and a bit of a challenge. We have finally worked our way through the puzzle and found F3, so we're about to start the battle. I am super excited to see what Pokemon he's going to use. He is the Mechanical Wonder, so hopefully he doesn't have too many Pokemon and he's not crazy tough. It looks like he's got 4 Pokemon, and the first Pokemon he has sent out is a level 33 Pincurchin. Our Braixen has been knocked out, but we've almost finished off Pincurchin. But then F3 uses a potion and heals it up. So we send out our Pikachu next, and it looks like he just keeps healing Pincurchin. So it's quite an annoying Pokemon to try and defeat. We are already 2 Pokemon down, and we haven't even got F3's first Pokemon out the way. So things are not looking good. We send out our brand new Porygon 2, and we use some revives and potions to bring back Braixen and Pikachu. So even though Porygon didn't get any attacks in, at least we have brought back 2 of our strongest Pokemon. We sent out Pikachu again to finish off Pincurchin, and now he has sent out a Porygon of his own. Porygon knocks out our Pikachu, and we send out our Marowak next. Marowak causes a lot of damage and just knocks out Porygon. So it looks like we might have brought the battle back to our side. Next up, F3 has sent out a Porygon Z, which is at level 34. It knocks out our Braixen and our Marowak. We've only got 2 Pokemon left. Next up, we've sent out our secret weapon, Hypno, who has put Porygon Z to sleep. And as you guys know, Hypno has an ability. If your opponent is asleep, it will lose a bit of HP every turn that it's still sleeping. And we've got Dream Eater, which causes a lot of damage to a sleeping Pokemon. And we've also equipped Hypno with an item that heals up a bit of its HP each time. So we've defeated Porygon Z and an additional Porygon and earned the 3rd Regent badge. If you guys haven't caught a Hypno or Drowsy, I do recommend it. because it can actually be a tank of a Pokemon. As a reward, we also get an additional shiny potion, which is a nice little bonus for our increased difficulty option. With this shiny potion, if you use it, the next wild Pokemon that you encounter will be a shiny. So that can be really cool if you know what you want and if you're lucky enough to encounter it. We've entered the next route. Hopefully we will arrive in the next town in today's video. Along this route, you can also find some amazing Pokemon. You can find Scyther here in the wild. I know there are a lot of Scyther fans, so if you've been waiting to add Scyther to your team, now might be the chance. And this whole route is kind of like a maze. There are a whole bunch of hedges that you have to go through, and there are loads of items to pick up and trainers to battle. And I believe this whole route is actually a part of the property of the richest man of the region, Lanto. So one of his chateaus is just north of this area, so we might actually have to go and explore Lanto's chateau and see what all is happening in that area. But we first want to come and collect all the items here and make sure we don't miss out on anything. We have picked up quite a few evolution stones along this route, and the one thing I realized whilst battling F3 is that we need to train up our team and make them stronger. We haven't even gone through our TM list, so we're going to have to go through that and teach our Pokemon some new moves. And we should also go through our items and make sure that we have equipped our team with the best hold items possible. We head down south to another section of the route, and it looks like it's similar. There's also a large maze with a whole bunch of hedges to work your way around. We come and collect as many items as possible, and it looked like there was a building there too, so I'm not sure if it was a Pokemon Center or not. We've just picked up a water stone, and now we're going to go and see what is inside the building. And yes, it does look like a Pokemon Center, so we can heal up our team. We definitely need to because we have battled a lot of trainers along here. We continue on west and reach another part of Route 8 where we bump into Chrysanto. It looks like he's having a break and making some music. And once we chat to him, he wants to have a little practice battle. So let's test out our Pokemon and his and see if he's gotten any stronger. The first Pokemon that Chrysanto has sent out is a level 35 Wigglytuff. It just knocked out our Braixen, and now Chrysanto has used a potion on Wigglytuff. He's actually used 2 potions, so we're trying our very best to try and get it out the way. But next out, he has sent Curlier, which is really interesting. So it looks like his Ralts has evolved. Curlier knocks out our Pikachu, but we send out Porygon 2 next to knock it out. The next Pokemon Chrysanto has sent out is a level 34 Go-Goat. So it looks like half of our team has been knocked out, but we've still got 3 Pokemon left. We knock out Go-Goat and face his final Pokemon, which is a Quilladin. So it looks like his Pokemon has also evolved into the middle stage. We've only got 1 Pokemon left, but it's our Hypno again, our secret weapon. And Hypno knocks out Quilladin pretty easily. We have taken a bit of damage, but now we just have to finish off Wigglytuff. So luckily we attack first and knock out Wigglytuff, and we have defeated Chrysanto, so that was a really fun battle. Right after the battle, Lanto appears, so it looks like he was actually watching our Pokemon battle. And he invites the both of us to his chateau. So in the next episode, we're going to head over there. He also tells us that the professor might be there already. So we'll probably all get to catch up there. But that's going to be all for the next episode. Thanks for watching.